So I realized in doing this that I deleted my intro to this video, which is so on par for me as a creator to delete stuff that I have no intention on deleting. But hi, hello, welcome to a weekly graphic novel, comic, manga reading vlog. I've been thinking about some different things that I wanted to do with the content on this channel, and I felt as though this would be an interesting thing to do. I don't really do weekly reading vlogs on my main channel because I just don't. And so I'm here to try them out here. I am known for my inconsistency, so if I mess up here and there, please be forgiving of me and my inability to stay on track with much. But I deleted the intro, so I just wanted to hop on here really quick and give y'all an intro, and yeah, you're gonna see my face again at the end. Same whole outfit shebang. You're gonna see me again at the end of the video, so see you then. Good morning. This truck is turning out in the middle of traffic. Oh goodness gracious. Good morning. Good morning. That's a horrible angle, but it's the angle that we're gonna go with because the sun is shining. Good morning. So I just wanted to give a quick update. I ended up finishing Batcat last night. It was really cute. So basically the story is about this gender conforming cat. It's literally a mix between a bat and a cat that loves to be alone. Really loves to be alone, enjoys watching TV, video games, eating alone. All of a sudden this ghost pops up and it's pretty much like, hey, I'm here to stay. And Batcat's like, and absolutely no, you're not. And so they try to get rid of this ghost, and then they end up going to the town witch, and the town witch is like, well, I have the perfect basically spell or potion for you to get rid of this ghost. And so the witch sends them out on this like really interesting journey where they are finding these 3 different objects or 3 different components of the potion. And when they go out and they get all these things, they meet both cats and bats, and the cats and the bats are telling them that they're not bad enough, they're not cat enough. And so they're made to feel like, why is it a problem that I'm both? Like, am I not good enough for either side? Which is definitely an allegory for the experience of non-gender conforming people. And it's super unfortunate, but it does end in such a positive and reaffirming way that I think a lot of kids will end up enjoying it. I wasn't expecting it. It was pretty obvious to me as an adult reading that, okay, we have a bat cat that is gender non-conforming that's learning how it's okay just to be yourself, and that you don't have to be one thing or the other. Like, being you is sufficient enough. But I think that having those conversations, like an older kid probably reading this and then having a thoughtful conversation with whatever parent or guardian or, you know, older person is in the household would be like extremely beneficial. But either way, it was good. It was 4 stars. I'm still in the process of reading March. I think I'm going to take my lunch break today and focus on reading more of March. I'm almost finished with volume 1. Hopefully start volume 2. I have some patron sprints tonight, so during my patron sprints I'm hoping to finish both volume 2 and volume 3 to be prepared for the live show tomorrow. But that's it. I just wanted to pop in really quick and say hey and update you on what I've read. Hey y'all, so I wanted to do a random check-in here. I'm exhausted. It is Friday, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about what I have read. Excuse me. So, I did end up reading all of the volumes of March because we had the book club discussion. So I read March volume 1, 2, and 3, which you should have seen some b-roll of that conversation between myself and Brie, which I'll link in the card symbol above. And then I also ended up finishing Run, which is a sequel to, well, not really a sequel. I guess it's a companion to the March series where we follow what's happening in John Lewis's life post the Voting Rights Act of 1965. So it was really, really interesting, and I'm struggling with it a little bit because I feel like while March volumes 1, 2, and 3 were all 5-star reads for me, I think that Run is going to be a 4-star read for me because of the abruptness of the ending, and I'm super nervous about it because, as you all know, John Lewis passed away in 2021, I believe, 2021, and so it's either 2020 or 2021, and so I don't know if we're going to get any more follow-ups to Run, which makes me extremely nervous. But I think that what was really, really interesting about it was the fact that we were getting a more insight to how the movement changed, how the civil rights movement was very much so grounded in nonviolence and peace, and how it kind of shifted after the Voting Rights Act, and the reasons why it shifted, which I think it's very understandable why it shifted when you have this law that has basically been passed and created to assist Black people in being franchised, and it's still not working. And so you get this frustration where it's like, okay, we were nonviolent, we marched, we let, these people beat us to a pulp to get this law passed, and we're still being terrorized, we're still being killed, and things are still not being handled the way that they should be handled. So definitely get the frustration there. There's a little discussion about the rise of the Black Panther Party, Stokely Carmichael coming out of SNCC, and kind of the issues that John Lewis and Stokely Carmichael had in how they viewed what SNCC should be doing. And it really does look at how SNCC essentially does fall apart after John Lewis ends up leaving and resigning from his position as chairperson. So it was a lot. There's a lot of very tense moments, a lot of stuff that I was familiar with, and a lot of stuff that I wasn't as familiar with. So I highly recommend reading all 3 volumes of March, and then also reading Run. So while I was at work, I actually ended up finding this graphic novel, which is Victory Stand Raising My Fist for Justice. This was done by Tommy Smith, Derek Barnes, and Dawad Anyabwile. I am probably not getting their name right, but this has to do with Tommy Smith raising his fist on the Olympic podium to protest racial injustice in the United States in 1968. And so I'm excited to read this one. I'm sure this is going to be filled with a lot of history and information as well. I have some other graphic novels that I need to kind of read because I need to go back to the library. So we'll see what ends up happening. We have a live show tomorrow night. Myself, Izzy, Shay, and Brie have a live show tomorrow night because we're wrapping up 30 and 30. I don't really have to do much to prepare for that. I don't know how much we're going to read tonight. I am extremely tired, y'all. I am exceptionally exhausted. I'm very, very tired right now. And I was supposed to work out and everything tonight, but I've been doing really good this week. So I think I'm going to give myself today off because I am tired. I was going to sit down and film, and I'm like, no, baby, your body's telling you something. I can hear. My body is telling me, ma'am, you're tired. We're tired. So it's about time. I also was planning out some content for this channel for the rest of the month, just so I know what I'm preparing for and nothing is last minute. So I think I'm going to do that for a little while, and then I'm going to go upstairs and take a bath and read until I go to sleep. So after that, I'll check in with y'all probably tomorrow. I'm not going to guarantee that I'll check in tonight. You probably get some B-roll footage from me tonight, but I'm not going to guarantee that I'm going to check in tonight. So there's that. Alright y'all, so let's do this final wrap up of things that I ended up reading this week. And so this vlog should be going up on a Monday, which is always fun. Trying to go to my Goodreads. I'm so far behind on reviews that at this point I'm kind of like, what am I reading? I did end up reading a couple of things, I think, maybe something, I don't know, maybe, I'm not really sure. I don't know what I read this week. It's just been a very confusing week. I do know that I didn't really get to any manga this week, like I wanted to. I did want to get to some manga this week, but I didn't end up getting to any manga whatsoever. I did end up reading the 3 volumes of March because it was part of our book club discussion, and then I did end up reading Run, which was not a part of the book club discussion, but because it was such a quick follow-up, I thought that I would just go ahead and pick it up. Anyway, there were a couple other things that I ended up wanting to read. Oh, I did read Batcat. Forgot about it, I read Batcat. I did end up reading Batcat, and then the last thing that I have to update y'all on is, what is it that I read? Shakti. So I have been requesting a little bit more e-arcs of middle grade graphic novels and YA graphic novels via Edevice, because I know that that's content that I'm really interested in and would like to review more of. So I did end up reading Shakti, which does not come out, because I have this in currently reading for a while, so I had to scroll up a little bit. I believe this comes out, it comes out this month, but it comes out on the 23rd. It was being done by Harper Alley. This is about a young Indian American girl. She's 12. Her name is Shakti, and she moves to this new town with both of her moms and one of her moms. So she calls one of her mom's mom and the other one Amma. And so one of them is pregnant, and they're getting acclimated and used to this new place, and they have magical abilities. And so Shakti does have magical abilities, but they're kind of scared to teach her a little bit because she's had some not so great moments when she was younger in terms of her magic. So it's based on Indian mythology. So it's these set of twins. It's Durga Ma and, I want to make sure I get this right, Durga Ma and Kali Ma. And so Durga Ma is supposed to be the one that is more like light energy. They both assist, but in very different ways. Kali Ma is the chaotic energy that you get, and usually is summoned whenever you have hatred in your heart. And so she formed a bond with Kali Ma when she was very, very young. And her parents were very, very concerned about the fact that she had basically built this intimate relationship with Kali Ma and as a child, and they were very nervous about the fact that she was having this connection to such chaotic energy that is rooted in anger. And so when she goes to school, she ends up being amongst these kids that have some weird abilities. I don't know how to describe it without spoiling it, but they basically have control over the entire school. It's just a set of 3 girls, and they have control over, I think it's 3, it's either 3 or 4, and they have control over the entire school. And they are not nice at all. They're just, you know, typical middle school bullies, except with a magical element. And so when Shakti decides that she wants to kind of get rid of their ability or get rid of their control, because they're trying to conjure a spell that will inevitably control everyone to a point that's kind of irreversible. And so she tries to work with her parents to kind of pull the spell back, but her parents are like, well, we don't want you doing this because you may accidentally call forth Kalima. And unfortunately, things do play out in a very interesting way. I'm going to end up giving this one 4 stars because I thought the art was very, very good. And I liked the whole discussion about the balance of light and darkness, and that anger is a valid feeling and that we shouldn't shy away from feeling anger, although too much anger and I think staying within anger is what causes so much harm. So I really did appreciate that element of it. The biggest criticism that I have of this one is that I wish that we would have gotten a little bit more resolution to the school bullies. So there is a reason why they all bully. There's a reason why they end up getting into this magic, because people in this world have the ability to conjure magic, even if it's not passed on in a hereditary way like Shakti has her magic. But it's kind of dark. Like, the reasons why they got their magic, or why they decided to pursue magic and control people and be bullies, is really dark. And I wish that they were given a little bit more grace. And granted, I understand that they were horrible people, but when you look at the circumstances and their kids, it makes sense. And they still weren't really given a clean cut resolution at the end, which kind of bothered me, because I think that kids are all worth saving. And a lot of times kids get molded into these beings that we don't really care for as adults based on the circumstances that they witness as children. And, you know, that whole nature versus nurture type of situation. And we definitely see that at play. And I felt like they were kind of just brushed off to the side and just like, oh, okay, well, no matter what, we're not going to change. We're still going to be bullies. And that didn't really sit well with me, because I feel like every kid is worth fighting for and every kid can change. And, you know, to introduce such difficult topics in terms of what they had gone through and not really give them any resolution or have further discussion about the impact of their experiences on their current behavior didn't sit well. As a matter of fact, the more I talk about it, I think I'm going to drop my rating down to 3.5, because I think that there's more that could be done there, and I'm not 100% comfortable with the messaging of leaving them in that state. So either way, it's fine. I had started a couple other things, but I'm going to save that for next week's vlog. And so I hope you all like the format of this. I ended up reading, let's see, 3 volumes of March, Run, Batcat, and Shakti. So I read 6 this week, which is really, really great. I think this is a way to encourage me to continue reading some form of graphic novel, comic, or manga all throughout the week, and I'm looking forward to seeing what next week brings. Let me know if y'all read any comics, graphic novels, or manga throughout last week or this week. This is going up on Monday, so the previous week, and what you have planned for the upcoming week. As always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content, click the subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. And you're looking for ways to follow me on social media, all the links will be down in the description box. I'll be back with another video soon.